Hello everybody, we are back again live from our Coastal Seafoods Test Kitchen. We have got a lot of cool stuff to talk about today, as always. All kinds of great specials. We've got a brand new salmon to talk about, which we'll be carrying moving forward, which I think a lot of you will be very happy about. Very cool stuff. Yeah, tons of cool things. We've got a great event coming up as well, so we'll talk a little bit about that. And as always, get your questions ready, and I'll do my best to try to answer those as we go. And yeah, tell your friends that we're live. Hit the share button, let them know. We are both on Instagram and Facebook, so welcome. We'll just give a few minutes for people to kind of hop on and join us today. Again, we've got some cool stuff to talk about. Maybe you've seen this week our features. We are talking a lot about our Niceland brand cod and ocean perch. Those are really great, very sustainably sourced fish, fully traceable, really gorgeous. The cod is probably the most beautiful I've ever seen. It is absolutely delicious, so definitely worth checking out. $11.99 a pound. We'll be talking more about Niceland here in the future coming up, so definitely pay more attention for that as well. The ocean perch too, also a very budget-friendly fish option, really delicious, good for a lot of purposes. So much stuff coming up. Yeah, so very cool. In addition to all that, I'm going to start talking about this guy, the newest addition to our salmon family. This is North Roads Salmon. You can kind of see it's beautiful kind of fat running through there, sort of perfect, very firm, very nice. This is great stuff, and we are super excited to have it. This is going to be kind of our new sort of house option. We'll still have the other options. We'll have our Nordic Blue, and we'll have our Aura King still. We'll have the Steelhead that you all love so much. But this is going to be, we're going to run this continuously for $15.99 a pound, always. So this is going to be kind of a nice, cheaper option, very accessible. Just really nice fish. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to cook a little off for you. Got my pan good and hot, ready to go. I'm going to add a little vegetable oil to this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to season off my fish just a little bit with some salt. And then I've also got this really cool chaat masala powder from Indiana's Apple Pie. Our friend Nupi Singla makes this, and it's really cool stuff. She's come and done a class here before, and we have a good time with her. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and season this off. And maybe if some of you saw our Facebook feed this morning, I shared a recipe for a salmon in a Punjabi Masala, and I'm going to show you kind of a simplified version of that. If you want the full recipe, definitely go to our website, coastalseafoods.com, and check it out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get this fish in. And when you put fish in, definitely lay it down away from you. And I'm going to try to hold it flat a little bit so that that skin makes good contact with the pan. And I'm just going to let this start to cook a bit. And I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to kind of let it run and go and do its thing. From here on, I just want that skin to kind of crisp up a little bit. And then what we're going to do is we're going to let it simmer in this Punjabi Masala sauce that we've got. Again, Indiana's Apple Pie. Anupi Singla, our good friend, she makes this. Really cool stuff, really good. Perfect for a nice like weeknight dinner. Very simple to make and do, so highly recommend trying it if you haven't yet. So this North Roads salmon, to talk a little bit about it while it cooks, actually comes to us from the Faroe Islands, just outside of Denmark, which is known across the world for their high quality salmon. It is a farmed Atlantic salmon, and it's done really well. So we're pretty happy to have it in our cases. We think you all will probably take a liking to it. It's a mild salmon, but again, it's got really good fat content, and it's got really nice firm flesh, which is what you want for sure. And it's good for all kinds of different things. You know, you could bake it or broil it. You could absolutely grill it. This would be fantastic on a cedar plank because all that fat, if you're doing it on the grill on the cedar plank, likes to take in that smoke. Fat tends to hold that kind of thing really well. So again, it would be really nice for that. Just so much cool stuff that you can do with this. And again, we're pretty excited to have it. I'm almost doing a little pop in action. It's fine. But yeah, I think this is going to be a very popular new salmon, and we will have it available in the case all the time, right alongside our other salmons. And I think one of the questions we get asked a lot in terms of salmon, outside of just the general sustainability questions, which comes up a lot, is why do we carry so many different salmons? And that's a great question. And it's because they all serve different purposes and functions. And knowing what you want to do with your salmon is a big start of kind of, being successful, I guess, at making dinner at home. If you want just a weeknight salmon that you can kind of do a lot of different things with, again, bake, broil, do a quick grill, nothing super fancy, just something kind of nice and simple, this North Roads is a great way to go. It's also sashimi grade, so you could make some salmon rolls with it. You can make some poke, that would be really nice too. But this is just a good all-purpose salmon. Whereas Nordic Blue, also a pretty good general purpose salmon, real fatty, real mild. People have been all about that. And I love it personally, it's great salmon. Also good for all those same purposes, but it's got a little bit of a different flavor profile. Really good for curing, actually makes a really nice gravlax. Super awesome, so highly recommend that. It's got really good texture, really nice. And then of course we've got the Ora King, which is kind of like the Cadillac of salmons, especially in regards to sashimi and sushi. It really is designed for sushi. It's fantastic for that. It's really, really delicious. The texture is outrageous on it. And they are all at different price points. So just, again, it kind of depends on what you want. The North Roads is going to be a really good budget-friendly weeknight salmon. Nordic Blue is going to be kind of just a little bit of a step up from that. Same kind of idea. Good weeknight salmon, good for a lot of different things. But yeah, again, ask your fishmongers, let them know what you're kind of planning on doing, and they'll happily walk you through some of that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to check, see how we're doing here. We're doing pretty good. I got a nice sort of crisp, thick skin on there. I'm going to flip it over. And now that I've got it flipped over, what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn my heat down a bit. I got this nice, real hard crust on here, which is exactly what I'm looking for this. I'm going to go ahead and add some of this Punjabi Masala sauce. And actually, I'm going to take it off the heat while I do this to help kind of prevent splattering a little bit. Okay, I'll move it up here. And I'm just going to sort of add this to it here. And what I want to do is I just want to simmer this salmon in the sauce. So again, we kind of got it going here. Real nice. I'm going to add a little bit of water just to thin it out and let it reduce as this salmon cooks. And it already smells absolutely amazing in here. The sauce is a great kind of weeknight simmer sauce, perfect for doing all kinds of stuff at home. Now in the actual recipe I use a lot more vegetables and things in here which you could add. You kind of do what you like. But again, this is kind of a simplified version. And what I just want to do is I want to just simmer that salmon and let that cook real softly and gently through, which should only take a few minutes. I'm going to go ahead and do like I did before, season the top with just a little bit of salt. I'm going to hit it with a little bit more of this chat masala. Again, really, really nice. This is going to be a very, very flavorful salmon. And you can just smell that sauce. It's just kind of permeating the room. It's really, really nice. So again, this is really perfect for any kind of weeknight dinner. This is a real big chunk of salmon. This would probably serve 2 people pretty easily. Yeah, so good stuff. I mentioned at the beginning that we've got some events coming up as well, which we can talk about while this simmers. In addition to our classes, which are maybe completely sold out, if not, check, because last I checked, there were a few seats available. So if you're interested in doing that, sign up now, because we won't be doing those after November for a while. We're going to be going on a break while we move into our new location, so certainly something to keep in mind. Excuse me. In addition to that, we also will be having a garage sale the weekend after Thanksgiving. So we'll be doing kind of a small business Saturday garage sale style. If you haven't been to one of our garage sales before. They're really cool. We do full cases of frozen seafood at basically wholesale prices. So it's a good time to come out and stock up your freezer for the winter. We'll have a lot of cool stuff, a lot of different types of things available. It'll be really, really nice. And we will be holding it at both locations, which is the first time we've ever done that. Usually it's either at Minneapolis or at St. Paul, but this time we're going to be doing both simultaneously, which should be a lot of fun. We'll have some free food samples out available, which will be really cool, and you can check that out. Yeah, so super fun. Got all kinds of cool stuff coming up. In addition to, we've gotten a lot of questions about our soups, because we haven't had our soups for a while. They are coming back, and they are going to be better than ever. We've been fine-tuning the recipes on all of them, and those will be back in the stores come November 15th. So if you're a big fan of our soups, definitely pay attention for that, because again, these are going to be amazing. We've spent the last couple months really tweaking and getting these recipes in place. The lobster bisque has been an absolute home run, so that will be back. Our clam chowder will be back. Our gumbo is out of this world. So definitely worth checking out. Super cool stuff. And we're really, really excited to have those back. It's been a while. We miss our soups. We know you all miss our soups. So yeah, definitely check that out. So for those of you just tuning in, definitely, I'm just cooking off a salmon fillet. This is our new North Roads salmon. And it's beautiful salmon from the Faroe Islands. And I'm just simmering this off in this Punjabi Masala sauce from Indian as Apple Pie. Again, really good stuff. This is nice. We also have a tikka masala that would be nice for this. And basically all we're doing is searing the fish and then letting it simmer off in the sauce. That's all it takes. And you'll have a really nice, beautiful dinner. I can feel this salmon is really soft still, which is nice. And again, this is sashimi grade. So you could cook this kind of to a nice medium rare, which is all I'm looking to do, because I want that lushness to stay intact inside the salmon. I want to keep it nice and moist and just super buttery, which this salmon is really nice. So again, we're excited to carry this. Again, it is new just today, just put out in the shelves. So if you are interested or you are a salmon connoisseur, today is the day to come in, because it is, of course, Salmon Thursday. And on salmons, our salmon is always 20% off on Thursdays. So you can come in and try it and get it maybe even a little bit cheaper than normal. So definitely worth checking out if you are a salmon person. So I think we're pretty good here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull this out. I'm going to put it on a plate. This looks really nice. Really, really beautiful. I'm going to go ahead, turn off my heat, stir up my sauce just a bit here. I'm going to go ahead and just sort of pour it around the fish. Make this really, really nice. Now, what you would do is you would serve this with some like jasmine or basmati rice. Would be really nice. Garnish it with some limes and some cilantro, and you basically got a really nice full meal. Really beautiful and very, very simple. That only took, a few minutes to do by and large. So go ahead and just kind of clean up my plate a little bit. And again, garnish this with a little green onion, little cilantro, garnish it with some fresh limes. And this is a really, 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 really nice kind of weeknight meal here. Cannot recommend it enough. Again, the smells in here right now are absolutely outrageous. Let's cut into it a little bit here and see how we did. We did pretty well. It's still pretty rare in the middle, but yeah, beautiful salmon. Again, well suited for roasting or broiling or just doing like this. Definitely come in and give it a try, check it out. Super awesome stuff. We're very happy to have it. So North Road Salmon, come check it out. It's in there right alongside our Steelhead, Nordic Blue, Ora King. Got all the different salmons you could want. So definitely come in and check that out. And if you have any other questions, always feel free to hit us up via Messenger or through our Instagram messages. We're always happy to try to answer those. Or you can call the store too. Our fishmongers will happily talk you through what's what. You can also place an order. So yeah, lots of cool stuff. Garage sales coming up. Mark your calendars for that. We've also got our soups coming back. So mark your calendars for that. And yeah, otherwise we will see you next week. So get your questions ready again. We're always happy to sort of address those as they come up. Otherwise we will talk to you all next week. Good night.